Hey guys, this is Vlad. If you saw my previous video, then you saw I pulled Android 16, who I was super excited about. Stayed up all night experimenting, doing different combinations, trying out different stuff, practicing, and I found something that I think needs to be nerfed, like now. I think it is game breaking and should be taken out of the game. And when I found it, I thought no one man should have all this power, so I was just not going to use it. Was not going to tell anyone about it. Just hope no one finds out so it doesn't become every team on that I face in ranked. But other people start figuring it out. So I didn't want my viewers to be at a disadvantage to those people. So I'm going to lay out what it is and how to do it optimally. So that way, if you want to, you can fight fire with fire. So here's a video of it in action. After Android 16 self-destructs, pay attention to Gohan's key restore speed. You can watch the little meter on the left. See, I filled up really fast, right? Now watch after he lands a card, how much key he gets back before the next card lands. So pretty much all of it. He gets back almost all the key he uses on every card, which as you can suspect means that as long as he keeps landing strike cards, he's just going to combo forever. And he can kill anyone in a single combo. Color, defense, none of it matters. Once he gets going, it's just an unstoppable killing machine. Now I'll show you how to do that. So you pretty much combine Android 16 buffs on Gohan and Gohan's own unique abilities. When Android 16 self-destructs, he gives Gohan a 50% boost to key restore speed. Now that in itself is a very strong buff, but you can combine it with Gohan's unique ability where if there's any dead enemy on the opponent's team, when Gohan swaps in, he gets at least a 30% boost to key restore speed. Now those go together insanely well because Android 16 self-destruct is the hardest hitting move in the game, period. It just does so much damage, and I've never landed it in ranked and not killed them. Except once when I was trying to see if anyone can survive it. I did it to Android 17, and even then he barely survived and killed him right after anyways. I consider it like a rising rush, where I just think of it as one dead character anytime you use it. So in practice what happens is Android 16 can self-destruct one of their characters, preferably their yellow, and it takes out one of their team members, and then Gohan comes in with way too many buffs and he can just level the rest of the team. And it goes even further because Android 16 has 2 strike cards and Gohan has 2 strike cards, so that infinite strike combo is not too hard to get. You don't have to rely too hard on RNG because RNG will be in your favor while you're trying to do it. And if you do it well, pretty much what happens, you can kill teams in 3 combos. So even if you're behind and you're losing, by the time you get the self-destruct off, what happens is you self-destruct one character, preferably they're yellow, so that way Gohan only face advantage or neutral types. Then you do one long combo with Gohan that kills a character and gives you a Rising Rush, and then you Rising Rush the third one. So it's 3 combos, 3 dead characters, GG. That's it. And that is way too game breaking. It's too hard to defend against unless you have new equally overpowered characters or instant transmission Goku or what have you. I mean, I tried doing it out, and I'm sorry if you end up facing me with that team. I tried doing it in ladder just to test the limits of it, and it's too broken. Like in this video right here, am I pointing the right side? Right here, I actually even faced 2 yellows and intentionally did not self-destruct one of the yellows just to see if Gohan could kill the yellows, and he did. He's just too powerful. Taking out characters that quickly is unfair. I think, or let me show you the team I use for it. So a lot of people, when I show teams, they always message me asking what the bench characters are for buffs. So since you're going to have a strike deck, I think the most important stats to buff are strike and defense. So I put Turles on bench to buff both 17 and Gohan strike. I put 20 on bench to buff 16 and 17 strike and defense. And I put First Form Cell to buff the android's health because they have such crazy cover. You get a way bigger return than any offensive buffs. So to kind of go off on a tangent a little bit and I'll explain that further if it's not clear. So Android 16 only takes 50% of the damage from any attack when he's covering. And from that 50%, he heals another 50% as long as he survives the combo. So any damage you take, you pretty much only take 25% of the initial damage. And that means if you have any health buff, you're going to get like a 4 times return on your health buff. And it's going to be way more valuable than any offensive buffs, and it makes 16 and 17s into wall. So yeah, and the crazy thing about having 17 on that team is if you kill their yellow with the self-destruct, then you have Gohan, will be the best offensive unit in the game at that point with those buffs. And then 17 is the second best cover unit in the game. So even if they try to Rising Rush your Gohan, you just cover with 17, and he is extremely hard to kill, which ends up happening in this vid. While that's finishing up, let me just say, if you like this video, if you want to see more from me, please subscribe below. Also, if you have any questions, concerns, will put my Twitter and my Discord in the description. You can hit me up on there. I always try to respond to everyone immediately. I'm trying to help out the community, answering questions and all that. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Hope you guys come on. Oh, and about streaming. So I always say I'm about to stream, but what happened is I switched phones. I got a Galaxy S9, and I used to be on iPhone, and they are a lot more different than I expected. A lot of things I do off muscle memory that normally work stop working. So I kind of suck right now, and I'm going to need some practice before I start streaming again, but it will happen soon, I promise. Also, I know the audio on my video sucks. I know it echoes and all that, but I am working on it. Ramsell told me what microphone to get, so it is coming soon, and I will fix it, and it will be great. All right, guys, thanks.